So I've realised that Gaza is all Jeremy Corbyn's fault. 10 years ago, he became the leader of the Labor Party in the UK, and now the left had an opportunity, but he was accused of anti-Semitism by Zionists, and instead of telling them to get fucked, to go fuck themselves, instead of telling Zionists, hey, suck my dick, he didn't do that. And he was torn apart. And I remember at the time, I remember at the time, British mates saying he's not a strong leader, and I didn't understand what they meant then, and maybe they weren't talking about the anti-Semitism thing, but well, anyway, he is a weak leader. He's piss weak, and the left is piss weak. It's defanged, declawed, it's spineless in that, the left is into stuff like holding space for joy. It's interposing. It's into poses. It's into just being so brave, but not actually doing anything with that bravery, with that courage, other than stances, I realise that the left is full of people who consider themselves to be immensely courageous, and who believe that things like self-care is resistance. But no, we have allowed Gaza to be destroyed. That's on us. And we can even trace it back to one person, Jeremy Corbyn. If he had have told the Zionists to go fuck themselves, they wouldn't then have been emboldened to trample over the rest of us. This has happened to us. If you speak up, you lose your job, you lose your career. And what can you do? What are your choices? Set fire to yourself like Aaron Bushnell, or get on a flotilla to Gaza where there's a likelihood that you will be killed by murderers who are racists. But I'm just excited to have someone to blame. I watched the Bad Empanada video, and at first I was going back and forth thinking about how Jeremy Corbyn has started a political party with Zara Sultana, and somehow they have managed to fuck this up royally. But Bad, or Mr. Empanada, has convinced me that Corbyn is he's part of a group of people. He's the front man. I don't mean this in a sinister way. I mean this in a piss weak way. He's an activist and a protester, and he brings the worst of those kind of mentalities. I'm an activist and a protester, and the worst of the non-violent, peaceful protester mindset is that at the end of the day, you never pull the fucking trigger. If you are challenged by power, what do you do? You simply offer yourself up for another fucking beating. There's got to be another way. But, well, I don't have to provide the answer to that because it's too late. It's too late. Jeremy Corbyn could have told the Zionists to go fuck themselves, which would have empowered the left, not just in the UK, but all through the Commonwealth. And Gaza wouldn't have been wiped off the face of the fucking earth. We wouldn't be forced to watch a Holocaust with a gun pointed out at our head, a gun that says, we will ruin your fucking life if you complain about this. And I'm sort of content, I'm sort of satisfied to reach this point of view that it's all fucking Jeremy Corbyn's fault. He's fucking useless. Because as a lefty, I've often been stunned by the smug, just the smug progressiveness of some lefties, where they seem to think that being on the right side of history is a victory. And so when the time comes to really stand up for yourself and perhaps risk losing everything in the process, you don't do it. So being on the right side of history is just another fucking career. And that's my message of hope. Bye now.